Right, well, we're all about the evidence and evidence-based policymaking. So we're very interested in what the evidence is showing in terms of expanding access to oral health care for seniors. We don't have a particular position on how that should be delivered, whether it's expanding Medicare or Medicare Advantage or other mechanisms, whether it's private or government. We just want to look at the evidence. And I think what we've seen over the last 2 days is that there is a lot of evidence showing that that is needed. Further research is needed in terms of exactly the causality or what's the best way to deliver it. And when I say we're interested in the evidence, it's everything from the basic science. I just came from a session where we're arguing ad infinitum on the intricacies of the microbiome and the impact on that and systemic health, all the way to the healthcare delivery system and implementation and delivery kind of research. First of all, I won't refer to myself as a scientist, but I run an association of scientists, and many of our members are involved in this effort, and of course everybody wears different hats. So even though somebody may be working for Santa Fe, they also happen to be an ADR, IDR member, so that's great. I think the way we're contributing is through our members. We are compiling the research and putting the reviews together to build the case for why this is important. Another way that our members can contribute is then, what are the research gaps? What do we still need to know? And not only in terms of doing that research, but where our association can really help. We're very active on advocacy on the Hill, whether it's advocating for NIH funding, NIDCR funding, HRSA, CMS. So once we identify where the research gaps are, in coalition with other medical advocacy groups in DC, we can be advocating for, we need to put some federal funding against this question, and it's important. And then our members can go and get that funding, and we can hopefully, the end goal is to improve the oral health of Americans. Pleasantly surprised at the breadth of participants that it's not, we always talk about, we're preaching to the choir and we see the same people. I'm delighted to see that there's people here from other advocacy organizations, Medicare advocacy organizations, aging advocacy organizations that I don't see at our normal, or I won't even call them normal because they're probably abnormal because they're so, they're so narrow. So it's great to see the breadth of participation at this meeting, so pleasantly surprised about that. And I think that's what it's going to take to get this initiative over the goal line, is people from all different organizations coming together and addressing it as an important issue for the population.